guys, and welcome to my dining room. Today I'm here with my daughter Clelia, who you may know was one of our team members on the Aquatic Experience large tank, winning tank. And she left that convention absolutely inspired to start her own little tank. So I went to my local fish store today and picked her up a little kit. She has some unique obstacles in her room. She has a very small space to be able to actually house a tank. So for once I'm actually going to use a nano tank rather than just small fish. Now currently she has a betta in a bowl, which is not really desirable, but it's worked out for now. But he's going to get quite an upgrade, and this video is going to be about her adventures in aquascaping. So I'm here with my daughter Clelia, look at the camera, and she is going to do this pretty much by herself. She was really lucky that she was given a book on aquascaping at the convention, so she's got some inspiration. I have a bunch of leftover various substrates, and she's chosen one that's based for plants that's dark in nature and about 2 to 4 millimeters in size. So right now she's just going to pour in her substrate the way she likes it. You can pour it all in there, honey. We can always take some out. All right. Cool. Now, do you remember how at the convention you saw a lot of them pushing it thicker in the back than the front? So you can go ahead and bank that back a little bit, making sure it's even. Now, Clelia was really lucky in that she made friends with the people from Aqua Innova, and they gave her her very own box of tissue cultured plants. So she's luckier than a lot of the adults in the hobby in that she's got some really cool stuff to work with right off the bat. Very nice, Clell. Now what else have you chosen for your decor?
I have a few pieces of driftwood, and I have rocks, a lot of them.
Very cool. And how do you want your tank to look?
I think I want to put like pieces of driftwood like in the back.
Okay.
And then I want to put a bunch of plants on them and stuff.
Very cool.
Like Jen did hers.
Yeah, it's very inspiring, and it made a lot of people at the convention feel like they could do this too. So why don't you go ahead and start picking out your rocks and your wood, and if you need any help, just let me know.
I like this one a lot.
Great.
Should I put like that?
However you like it, sweetie.
Okay. I don't want it to fall over in.
Well, that's what our rocks are for. We can make sure that the rocks hold the wood down. Right?
Yeah.
Now she also has some little Java ferns as well from the convention that we're going to be using. Here's another little tiny piece, sweetie.
Oh, hey, perfect.
So since her primary fish is a betta, she's trying to provide some spots for him to rest and also hide underneath. And hopefully some of our plant leaves will be up near the surface because he is a massive bubble nester. And that just gives them more satisfying bubble nest. Do you want to try adding some of your rocks and then build your wood around that?
Yeah, because I want to make it higher up.
Okay. Oops. Now these are some of the river stones left over from my rock hunting collection for the 150 gallon. Now what you're going to have to worry about is that those pieces of wood, since we didn't pre-soak them, are going to float.
Okay.
So we might have to put a rock on top of them to hold them down.
Okay.
But we'll see what happens when it fills with water.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Clelia also has already been keeping some aquatic plants in her bowl. She has some narrow-leaf Java fern in there, which is really easy, as well as some bucephalandra. You know, she's sort of in a unique position as well because her mom has 80 bajillion plants that she's gotten to play with them. So what would you like to do now, Clell? I think maybe you should use that narrow leaf because that's your tallest plant. That's that one.
Yeah. I don't know names of things.
Now, with this plant, honey, let me teach you something here.
Okay.
So you see how this plant has like these little roots,
Mm-hmm.
and then it has the leaves, and then it has this thing that looks almost like a finger?
Yeah.
This needs to stay out of the dirt. Because
Okay.
if this goes in the dirt, then it will rot and the plant will die. So a lot of times what we do with this is we could glue it to a rock, or we could glue it to the wood down near the substrate, but not in the substrate.
You put it like.
You could also just shove it back there. That's perfect. Yep, and what that'll do is create sort of a background tall plant for her. A narrow leaf is really suitable for these smaller tanks. I mean, it grows really slowly, but it's very thin-leaved plant, so it doesn't overwhelm the sort of scale of the tank. All right.
Should I put this one somewhere now?
Yeah, that's the same thing, but it's a thicker leaf. So again, you're gonna want to.
Should I take it out the thing?
Ew, there's a bug on it.
Ew, what is that?
Dragonfly?
Yeah. Make sure you always check your plants for insect larvae.
Ew.
All right, now do you want to maybe glue this onto your rock or something?
Yeah. You have glue right here?
Yeah. Which rock are you going to put it on?
I think I want to put like over there, like with those ones.
All right, so let's take out your rock. Now, don't squeeze that tube hard because super glue comes out. You're taking off the entire lid. Just pop off the green part. Screw it back on.
Sorry.
Now you only need to use a little tiny bit, okay? So just put a couple drops on there. Yep. Put 2 more little drops. Yep. Don't pull too hard. Good job. Now I also gave you some of these little teeny tiny anubias.
So cute.
You can also use glue on these because these are also a rhizome plant. Just like that. Now they may float up once you have water in there, so you might want to pick a piece of decor to attach them to.
Maybe I can put
Yeah?
this one.
Yep, why don't you pull that out and you can glue them to it and then you can place it in there. How's
Wait,
that
that's
sound?
a good idea. We can stick them on this wax in there.
That would be fine. It's your tank. It's whatever makes you happy.
And I'll put right on the very edge. So we can see.
Okay.
Does this one have a figure or is it just?
Yep, that's also a rhizome plant. And I helped you pick these because a lot of times they don't require a lot of light and they're pretty hard to kill. And I wanted you to have a lot of success with your first real tank. Did you glue yourself to the rock?
Maybe.
Casualties of the super glue trick.
Oh dear, it's coming up. And I glued myself to the plant. The struggle is real.
Do you need help?
Yeah, a little bit. Wait, I keep gluing myself to everything but the rock.
What about right here? Oh, and it would look really
Yeah.
pretty in that little crook.
Okay. The finger is weird because it's all gluey.
Here we go. Now just leave it alone. It'll sit
Okay.
there.
Perfect. So
Put your
it's
cat back on your glue.
instead of
All right, do you
gluing
want to use any of these other pieces of wood?
maybe, but I'm afraid this one will drift up. This looks like how driftwood. Do you think maybe if we glued the wood to that, then it would stay, or do you think it would just?
Well, I think what we could do is put the rock on top of the wood. And then you can always move it after the wood is waterlogged.
Perfect. I got it. Just probably a bigger dot. I was doing a little tiny drop.
Yep. Now with these tissue cultured plants,
You have to rinse them off the gel.
yep, you remember, huh?
Yeah, the book said that too.
Thank you, Oliver Knott, for that tip. There you go. So you're going to break it into like little clumps and then rinse it in the water here.
Will it hurt the plant if I break it?
Well, you don't rip the tops off, you split it at the roots.
Yeah, that's what I did.
But you want to do like little clumps.
Okay, then I will make it even smaller. It was like Jen when she was taking the little pieces and laying me and Abby tweezers in the
Yes,
bottom.
when you were planting the dwarf sag at the Aquatic Experience, you're going to do it the same way. Do you want me to go get you aquascaping tools?
Yes.
Flugel was a very generous sponsor for the contest, and we all got these sets of aquascaping tools as well.
So Jen told me I need to put it at the roots.
Yep. Did you get all the gel off?
I think
Okay.
it's all packed in there. Is that what keeps the plant alive, like fertilizer?
That's what it's grown in, yeah. It's the culturing medium. And that's how they make sure that there's no snail eggs or algae or things like that.
Oh.
Yep. Good job.
Cute. randomly you gotta like push it sideways under it.
Yeah, like drag it through a little bit so the roots catch. That's exactly right.
This looks cool. I'm excited. I'm trying not to brag, but it's really exciting.
Well, it's really exciting to me that you want to do a fish tank, so I am all over this.
My baby's gonna love this. I wonder if Esther will like it.
I'm sure she will.
So Clelia has placed Java fern, narrow leaf Java fern, a couple of Nubius petites, and some Bucephalandra. And right now she's planting some foreground plants for these little mini clovery looking dudes. One of the best parts of her going to Aquatic Experience with us is that she had a whole bunch of different people teach her tips that it took me probably 8 years to learn. So here's Clelia's end result. We still have to add the water, but I'm going to do that after we carry it upstairs to her bedroom. I really think she's done a pretty nice job, especially for an 11-year-old, creating dimension and using a nice variety of plants. We're up here in Clelia's room to fill her tank, and what we've done is just put a small colander in the tank for her to pour the water over so it doesn't blow out the plants that she just planted. Nope, you just let it sit there and you just gently pour it over. One of the things that we did for Clelia's tank is this particular kit tank has space in the back with built-in filtration. So we were able to put a little mini heater back there for her betta so that it stays warm enough in the winter. She just has to remember to unplug it about 10 minutes before she starts her water change so that she doesn't cause it to blow up or get shocked or anything like that. So now we just have to let it settle down and do some fine tuning of the plants, and Clelia has her very first little planted Nano. Thanks for watching. Make sure you stop by my website, msjinx.com, for my current stock list, upcoming speaking engagements, and information on all things Nano. And make sure you come back on Tuesdays for my Tuesdays tips and Sunday for species spotlights.